What's going on? It's your boy CJ Goodfella back with the boxing clinic once again. If you didn't see my earlier video about Jermall Charlo and his little drunk rant on Instagram, I'm talking about Daniel Jacobs, how he knock out Daniel Jacobs, how he beat Triple G, and I think he went on record blasting Chavez Jr. in the Canelo fight. Saying something derogatory about those guys, but honestly, how do these guys stack up with each other? If Triple G chooses to fight Canelo, if that fight materializes or if it doesn't, if he chooses to sit at 160, with Canelo coming back down from 164.5, Canelo superweight versus Chavez Jr., Danny Jacobs, who's a big middleweight, who I can see moving up as well. He's been at middleweight a long time, before the cancer, after the cancer, and Jermall Charlo, who has a mandatory for with Sebastian Healing from Argentina, I think, for the right to fight for Triple G's WBC belt, and he's number 2 in the IBF. I mean, these guys can really heat things up in this division. Now, the one that you have to worry about really getting them in the ring is Canelo Alvarez, who is really the thick of this whole situation. He's the key hog here. I mean, we know at 154 he had no ambitions to fight anybody that wasn't really going to raise his profile popularity wise. Only reason he did fight Gennady Golovkin because he disrespected him in front of the media, and he took it in his own hands to fight him outside of Oscar and Golden Boy's wishes, similar to when he took his career in his own hands versus Austin Trout. So he does have that control to do that in his career. Will he do it versus any of these guys other than Triple G? I don't know. Him and Daniel Jacobs, to me, that's a 50-50 fight. Him and Jermall Charlo, I don't know how he looked at middleweight, but I tend to favor Jermall Charlo, pending how he looks with the chin at 154 or 160. That's the only thing I have matter about him, because I tend to say that because both Charlo and Daniel Jacobs have great footwork. Daniel Jacobs' footwork was better. His slickness was better than I anticipated versus Triple G. And they will definitely give Canelo a lot of problems. You know what I mean? However you want to slice the pie. Neither one of them are Gennady Golovkin, but they can move and box. But they're going to let their hands go. Both of them guys are both offensive, and that's their nature. Triple G versus Canelo, that's a different type of fight. Triple G doesn't have the movement and the boxing ability that both of those guys possess, but he does have a good jab, good power, good boxing ability. But I tend to think, depending on how he looks, versus Chavez Jr., how the power translate at a higher weight division, I tend to favor Canelo for him being an accurate and sharp puncher. And I think Triple G walks right into his hand, especially with him looking vulnerable of late. And I would think that Canelo would box him very well and probably potentially knock him out, the longer the fight took to make. Now, if it happens in September, I think it could. It's a 50-50 fight. Anything longer than that, Triple G's are 36. I tend to favor Canelo, but the two Americans, the footwork is too good. Just in my opinion. Nothing, but I can see. I mean, you just can't mask the bad feet of Canelo. But the one thing about it is both of them two guys are offensive, so they're gonna take chances. And potentially could get knocked out by Canelo, to be honest. I mean, I'm not sold on Daniel Jacobs' chin. Even after the Triple G fight, he did look good. The chin looked better. But Canelo has a whole different type of array of offensive. And Jermall Charlo, he's very confident. But once you break a very confident fighter's confidence, they tend to go into a shell and not be the same fighter. So Canelo both has those potential. So he could be the king in this division. But it won't be easy like 154 pounds. Even though he did take a loss there. But it won't. It's even harder. But it's your boy CJ Goodfella with the Boxing Clinic. We gone.